Loose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. These cars are just it, so won't you come?
Hello, welcome to Between the Ropes, brought to you by Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. Happy Easter Sunday to all you guys that's not living in the East Coast because it's Monday there. So, but in the Midwest it's still Easter. So, I am joined today by Crispy Bacon. How you doing, bud? Oh, wait! I gotta call you by the right name, Syrup Crispy Bacon. That's what we gotta call you. So, how you doing, Chris? How was your Easter?
Not too bad. Spent time with the family and ate some food. Not too bad.
All right, and then we're also joined by the EST of the Between the Ropes, Chrissy. How you doing?
Doing good. Mainly
Uh,
spent Easter with the husband before he had to go to work tonight. But it was overall really nice.
Okay, yeah, I had to work today too. Got off early. Easter Sunday, other supervisors took off, so I got to do it. So I'm hosting so far. Big B as usual. Ace might join us later. Of course, he's doing Easter. Dave mess around might join us. He's doing a little shopping. So we know who's runs around that house there. And then we tried to get Dragon Viper on, but maybe he found Brock Lesnar, got beat up. Now he probably thinks that now he thinks that Jerry Rice is the best quarterback for the Anaheim Sharks. So good luck to him. So if you haven't watched our shows before, inside joke on if not, we gotta check them out. So anyways, so Chris, let's get to Raw. Give us the first Raw match.
I'm trying to think of what the first Raw match was. It's been a little bit.
Okay.
Hold on. I know.
Well, actually, let's talk about the opening because wasn't it Miz and Cody Rhodes opening there? So, Chrissy, give us your thought on that, on the opening Miz TV.
Okay.
While we look up the results here.
Oh, okay. No, I know Cody said kind of a band warden kind of news people were kind of making a big deal about it, saying he said championship belt, and Miz is like, no, a belt is what holds your pants up. Okay, that's good, but it's like, excuse me, Cody has been away for 6 years. You cut him some slack.
Yeah.
I mean, he made his intent known. He wants to go after a world title, wants to go after Roman Reigns, and I hope he does so. But yeah, that part was kind of funny, and I'd like to smack that smirk right off of Miz's face. He's like this is what I like to.
Something that Dragon Viper wants to do to Brock Lesnar.
He also said,
exactly. He wants to slap Brock Lesnar. I want to slap the Miz. So there you go.
All right, Chris, what were you saying?
No, I was saying that he also didn't Cody say something about wrestlers and not superstars.
Yes.
Yeah, he was driving. He was driving the old school vibe. Calling it belts, calling it wrestlers, not superstars,
not sports entertainment.
Yeah. So, all right, Chris, you got the first match ready for us?
Yeah, I do.
All right. What do we got?
Here we go.
We have Veer. We had Veer taking on Dominic. Veer won.
Dominic.
All right. And any shocker there, Chrissy, on who won that one?
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing. I mean, Chris, unless you got something to say, To me, I've been a
No.
big Dominic
I
backer
could have
since
passed
day
it up.
one, but what's that, Chris?
I said not much to really talk about with this match,
Mm.
but well,
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Dominic went to the hospital.
Oh yeah, I got put on a stretcher.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
yes.
For me, you know, like I said, I mean, if you guys watch the show, know me. I've been a big Dominic backer. You know, thought maybe giving him time in the ring would help him. You know, with the historic value of him teaming with his dad,
Mm-hmm.
he's got to go. I'm sorry, any Dominic backers out there, fans of him that think otherwise, prove me wrong, I guess. But yeah, he's got to go. So
3
Well, I
letters.
mean,
T.
that would be a start.
Mm-hmm.
You
well, I
know,
mean, I think I read somewhere, and I can't remember where, that was pretty much his exit.
Oh jeez.
I don't know
well,
from the main
hopefully for a while.
roster.
I mean, you know, if he goes
Yeah.
down to NXT, gets more practice. I mean, I think the kid's got talent. You know, and this is from a fan. I've watched wrestling since the '80s. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a great scout of talent because there's some people I thought was good that turned out to be busts. But anyways, you know, if he gets some season in and works, you know, I can see him coming back.
Yeah.
You know, so and I know they probably pushed him in during COVID time and you know thought it was a run.
They did.
But anyways,
It
so
was
not
good
much
for
to say.
COVID.
Yeah. All right, Chris. What about match number 2?
So we're going back. Oh no, it's going to be Damian Priest versus AJ Styles. Sadly, ended in a no contest.
Yeah, Chrissy, what do you think of that match?
All I can think of, did you see the ending of that match where Damian Priest gets down on his one knee, looks up, lights it on, and he looks so spooky looking.
Yeah, I mean,
taking this whole, you know, him being a part of this new faction with Edge pretty seriously.
Yeah, Chris, how about
Damian Priest? It just ended in no contest, so that kind of stinks.
All right, Chris, how about you? What do you think of the match?
It was interesting with that spooky light and how it, you know, it just ended without notice. And then he's like, AJ's like, I had him. You should have, you should have lost that match.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting what's going to happen. I'm thinking this is going to be a SummerSlam match. Or not
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
It's going to be interesting.
Backlash. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Backlash. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they build the stable. I know there's been rumors of Ciampa joining them. I hope not. I really hope not. Not Liv. Ripley joining them. Again, another one I kind of hope doesn't join them. I mean, I think she would fit in, but I just don't think. I don't think it's really time for her to. Go into a faction like that. But again, if they do it, I mean, it is what it is. So, all right, Chris, what's the next match on the agenda?
All right, going back to Cody Rhodes, he faced The Miz, and Cody Rhodes won.
Woo.
Yeah, I think they're going to push him. I mean, a great match between two of them. Miz does have talent.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes has definitely come a long way from his first step there.
Yep.
Like I said, I think they're trying to bring back the old school vibe with Cody. I mean, maybe that's just me, but
I wish they did that with wrestling overall. But
yep.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, to me, that's just the old school vibe I'm getting from him.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what do you think of the match?
Wasn't a bad match. I liked it. Cody Rhodes, he looked good in AEW. He's looking good back in WWE. So it's going to be interesting to see how long he's going to last, with them, and how far the company's willing to take him right now.
Yeah, Chrissy, how about you?
That was a really, really good match. I'm glad Cody won, and then Seth Rollins had to come out in a pimp suit and do his thing. challenge Cody to a match at Backlash.
We all knew that kind of was going to happen, though.
Yeah, I think we definitely all. I mean, they're gonna play this up. They're not gonna give, they're not gonna do what AEW did and give everybody a title shot when they first show up. So he's gonna earn it. If that's the route they're going. But I think we saw, or Adam, I think, brought up that this might go into a couple pay-per-views, or at least one more pay-per-view between these two, which, yeah, I'm fine with. I think it was a good match. So,
yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right, Chris B, what do we got next?
Naomi with Sasha Banks and Liv Morgan, and just free Liv Morgan. Naomi won that. And I think it was like an opportunity.
I thought Liv won that, but yeah, no, you're right. Naomi won. So, Chrissy, what do you think of that? I know you kind of like both these girls.
I like Liv and Rhea, and also like, Naomi and Sasha. But Naomi's a hell of an athlete, and she really impressed me. But Liv impressed me too. But I think a little bit more.
Yeah,
because she's so good athletically.
Oh yeah. Chris, what did you think of the match?
That was a good match. Both of them are really talented. Naomi and Sasha Banks are the champions right now. Mm-hmm. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are kind of in the mix for they are in the mix for the championship, tag team championship. It's kind of been a back and forth matchup.
Yeah, I think the women division in general is really improving a lot. These two put out a great match. Liv and Rhea, we're anticipating a split soon, but personally, I kind of hope not. But because I think they work together. I mean, if they put the titles on Rhea and Ash, but I'm saying, you put the titles on Nikki Ash, Almost Superhero, or whatever, and Rhea. I don't see why you can't put the titles on Liv and Rhea for a little bit. They actually look like a tag team.
Yeah, and they would probably be more accepted as champions because they just work so much better together than Rhea did with Nikki. And it would give Liv her first title, and people are loving her, so they really want this for her.
Yeah.
Sometimes people think that a tag team will, I don't know, bump you back a little bit, but maybe this is going to help Liv Morgan a little bit.
Yeah, I hope it does. If it does happen.
Good. So let's talk about the next match, Chris.
Bianca Belair and Queen Zelina.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca won that match, but there is a development after that.
Ooh,
yes, we'll definitely get into that development here. So, Chrissy, what did you think of that match?
Really good match.
Spoil the ending.
No, not spoil the glad that Bianca won the match. I was glad for her, but then again, that development happened.
Yeah.
That way.
Chris, what you think of the match?
No, before the ending, I think we all figured kind of like her first reign when she was over on SmackDown. I mean, they're giving her matches and kind of making her stronger and to maybe see if she can continue the reign.
Yeah, I hope they keep the title on her. I mean, it was a pretty good match. I mean, Zelina, another one that's not really impressing me much, but Belair, I like. Still can't believe she can wrestle with that long hair. I don't know how she does it. So let's backtrack.
With that braid.
Yeah. So let's backtrack a little bit to before the match. There was an interview backstage. Austin Theory, Bill, Pierce. Well, we're going back before the match.
Oh, before the match.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So before the match, there's a backstage, and Austin is, playing his ego bit. Vince give a title match. Pierce agreed to it. Blah blah blah. And then changes his name. Something WWE likes to do. He's going to be called Theory now.
Oh, brother.
Ooh, you know.
Big
So
whoop-de-doo.
yeah, exactly. So then Owens comes in, which we could talk about that a little bit later too, and said he wants to prove that Ezekiel is Elias. Wants to do a lie detector test.
Oh my
So,
God.
of course, the bill says okay, and then at the end of that, she has a contract in her hand, open contract for the women's title.
Hmm.
Wants to know who it is or wants to know what it's about. She said, "I'll tell you after the match or whatever." So before we get to the reveal of it,
Hmm.
between us three, who did we think possibly could have come out or who are you hoping to come out to accept the open challenge? Chrissy, I'll start with you.
Becky.
Oh, okay. Becky, Chris.
Or like Bailey surprisingly says, "Hi, it's me, back."
Bailey would have been going. How about you, Chris?
I would have thought Charlotte.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a twist.
Hmm.
For me, I was actually on the Asuka. I thought, I haven't seen her for God. It seems like 2 years. I don't know how long it's been though, but.
What about
Well, Bailey would have been a good one because I know she's been talking or rumors she's coming back soon.
Mm-hmm.
Or Alexa, but we know Alexa just got married, so who knows when we will see her. Yeah. So, but okay. So at the end of the match, the bill comes out, says she has an open challenge or an open contract for her next challenger to come down. They show the ramp. They show the close up of Belair. And DeVille chops her from behind and says that she is the next challenger. Signs a, I don't know if she signed the contract or not, but yeah, I'm with you guys. I think that's a big no there for me. So where do we think this one's going, Chrissy?
How long has it been since Sonya Deville's been in the ring to actually wrestle in an actual match? It's been a while, and since
I think singles match has been a year or two.
Yeah, and she's been in the role of an authority figure for a pretty good amount of time. This is just her storyline wise abusing that authority and inserting herself into a match that she doesn't need to be a part of. And I think Bianca's gonna, no pun intended, whip her. Yeah. She won't need that long break to do it.
Yeah, I think WWE's slowly bringing her back into the fold as a competitor, still having that role as authority, but I think they're just trying to, take it easy.
Yeah.
I think, what was it? I can't remember, day one or something like that. She was in a tag match.
Yeah.
So this will be her first singles match.
Yeah, because wasn't that where she fought? Was that the one where Ronda was with the hand behind her back tied? Or was
yeah.
That might have been it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was DeVille and Flair versus Ronda and Naomi, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It kind of got me intrigued a little bit to see what they do. So for me, I mean, it's a rating grabber. They kind of got me hooked a little bit, kind of see where they go with this.
And will Adam Pearce?
I still say Belair is going to win. I can't see them putting the belt on. Unless they do something like they did when Vince won the world title back in the day a while ago. I don't know.
Huh.
We'll see where it goes.
Will Adam Pearce be special guest referee?
No, that could be pretty interesting. That honestly could be pretty interesting. We'll see.
To be of course,
that
authority.
And Adam does 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the quick 1, 2, 3 count.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
So yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they build this. Because we know that they came out and said if she's or
You're muted, Big B. There you go.
Yeah, guys, my mic is acting up. So, anyways, let's go on, Chris. Let's go on to the next tag team match here.
All right, so we get, the first match is gonna be RKO, or RK Bro, I should say, Randy Orton and Riddle, and Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, and RK Bro won, which we kind of figured.
All right, Chris, why don't you start us off with this one? Let us know what you thought of this match.
No, the match was good. This was kind of the original scheduled match. And we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
But it was a good match. Both of these, tag teams, when they face off against each other, are really good. They put on really good matches, and I'm sure they're going to be in for a championship. Both of them championship match down the road, probably.
Yeah.
Chrissy, how about you?
Definitely a good match. Glad RK Bro won it, and leads up to what we'll probably be talking about later on. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch wrestling, you know they're going to do a unification title match.
Yeah.
What they do. So, RK Bro ain't going to drop the titles anytime soon. I don't see him.
No, I don't
Alpha
either.
Academy,
I don't know.
With Alpha Academy, these guys, outside from being Minnesota, I'm kind of digging them together. Gable with his little shoosh. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then Otis trying to be, a tough bully guy. It'll be interesting to see if they bring in a third person to this group, because
Mandy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Mandy. Yeah.
If Mess Around was here, he'd probably be like, no.
Mandy's doing okay for herself on NXT, I think. So.
Yeah, Mandy's still.
No, it'll probably be Gable Stevenson, if anything.
Yeah, probably.
That's who I would. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but WrestleMania kind of proved me a little different. So
maybe he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. Oh, he's not ready yet. He's said that he's not ready. He still wants to. Gable, from what I've been told, is he wants to focus on the Olympics. He might make an appearance here and there. So he wants to do one more Olympics before he goes full time.
I think the next Olympics is in 2024 in Paris, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he wants to do. All right. So Chris, let's go to the next match there. The main event.
Well, I mean, it's going to be the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
Okay.
We want smoke.
The Usos won.
Yeah, they sure did. So,
but it was a lead up to this that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. So the lead up was, of course, if you watched SmackDown last week, Reigns wanted his cousins to go to Raw, bring home the titles, challenge RK Bro to a unification match.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they show up, kind of a little funny promo, I think, that they cut.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Smoke Profits came out. Or Smoke Profits.
Smoke Profits.
Wow. We want the smoke. All right.
We want the smoke.
There's a TikTok moment right there.
Yes.
All right. So the Street Profits come out, and didn't Orton kind of initiate this match in a way?
He's like, no one wants to see this match right now. They want to see you guys face.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's how it comes about. So Chrissy, what did you think of the main event?
It was pretty cool, especially Usos outside the ring, Montez flying in, Donovan does his little dance. Riddle's mouth falls open. But it was overall really cool. It was fun. It was a fun match.
Yeah, Chris, how about you?
No, it was a good match. These kind of like earlier, these two tag teams are really good. They put on a good show. I think Riddle changed his, not really his intro, but instead of I think he changed it to frogs coming out from his flip flops when he jumps. So, but, no, it was good. I thought that was a good match.
Yeah, no, it was. I think it was a good match. It's setting up for a pretty good storyline. Again, we know where it's heading, and again, I don't know why they're going to unify the titles, but it sounds like that's the way WWE's going. And then 2 years from now, they'll be like, "Oh, we're going to split up. We're going to give each brand their belt back," and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, but no, I think Usos and RK Bro is definitely going to be one match to watch at. I'm assuming Backlash. You know,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it will be a Backlash.
It is going to be a Backlash.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be. And we'll talk about it later, but I think the match schedule for Backlash.
Yeah. So before we go on, of course, we kind of brought up Ezekiel, RK Bro, or KO. I mean,
yeah.
Little, backstage. I think it was Ciampa that they were interviewing, and Ezekiel comes in to introduce himself, and then KO comes in, which I thought was a pretty funny promo, and Ciampa's like, "No, that's Ezekiel. He said it himself." And KO's like, "You're lying. You're lying.
You're Elias."
So
Ezekiel, you're Elias.
So where do we see
a picture posted?
Yes, there's a picture of Elias and Ezekiel.
Oh yeah, next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, I mean, we all know this is Elias.
Yes.
But would it not be just hilarious if somehow they found Elias's twin, and Elias is still Elias, and this is Ezekiel? I mean, wouldn't that be just something?
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
It would be.
Yeah, so
I'd just be laughing my butt off if that happened.
Oh, that would just be so hilarious. So where do we think this storyline is going with KO and Ezekiel / Elias / whatever?
Yeah.
Chrissy, what do you think? Where do you think we're going with this?
I think we're going to find out Ezekiel is Elias, and then KO is going to hit him with a stunner. It's like, oh, we found out who you are. Then there you go, stunner.
Yeah, I kind of think that's where we're going, or else we'll play it off that it is Ezekiel. The truth or the rumors are right, and like I said, long shot they found a guy that looks just like him, which I think would just blow the roof off the place. So, Chris, what do you think? Where do you think we're heading with this Ezekiel Owens storyline?
I think we're building up slowly to a feud that you'll probably see not on the main show of Backlash, but maybe the kickoff to Backlash.
Yeah. Oh,
but
okay.
I think you'll probably see a matchup with this. I don't know how, but I've had this feeling you probably see something.
Yeah, there's going to be a match. I mean, that's when Elias is going to walk out during the match.
Yeah, with his guitar and start singing a song.
He'll go.
Yeah, during the match and
not Elias.
Yeah. No, So, all right. So that's Raw. Wish we had a couple more people here to break it down with us, but we're doing our best, for our viewers. So, anyway, any final thoughts on Raw, or are we ready to move on?
No, Raw's getting good. Raw's getting good so far. I think SmackDown's getting there too. So,
yeah, right now I don't know what direction either program's going. I mean, once we lost Chrissy there, so hopefully she'll join back on. Isaiah, what's up? Glad you're joining the show. So Chris, there she is.
Sorry, I was trying to hit the chat thing and I accidentally hit the leave button. So crap, I gotta get back on.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Chris. Let's flip it over to SmackDown. So,
all right.
Well, let's talk about the opening segment. Ronda Rousey comes out. I think we can all agree she's not a mic person, promo person. She needs a mouthpiece.
Paul Heyman.
MVP.
No, not MVP. I'm
No,
getting sick
not
of hearing
no. Yeah.
Yeah, I was even trying to think of like an elder woman that could come back and be her mouthpiece. And nobody's coming to mind right now except Vicky Guerrero. She's over in AEW. So
yeah, she's with Nyla Rose in AEW. So.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do. Paul Heyman would be my leading candidate. So
yeah.
So Ronda throws out the open challenge I Quit match at WrestleMania Backlash.
Whoopee.
So, and we'll find out if it got accepted or not, because
It
at
did
the
get
time of the
accepted.
promo,
It got accepted the next day.
Yeah. So it got accepted as we all kind of figured.
Yep.
All right. So Chris, what was the first match that we had on SmackDown?
Yeah. So the first match we had Rhea Ripley with Liv Morgan defeated Naomi with Sasha Banks. Rhea Ripley didn't appear on Raw that week because of COVID. But she.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
I think on SmackDown they said it, but I can't remember. Or if I read it somewhere. But Rhea Ripley won.
So I am actually sorry, guys. I was looking at the wrong results because Ronda threw out the challenge the week prior. So
yeah, okay.
All right. So so the first match was was who, Chris?
Rhea Ripley versus Naomi.
All right, and who won that again?
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley won. So, Chrissy, what is your thoughts on that match?
Again, it's like the first one on Raw. Naomi and Liv, this was a good match. Like Naomi's a heck of an athlete, but Rhea's pretty damn good herself. So,
yeah, Chris, how about you?
No, it's a good match. Both are really good. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I know this was a singles match, but Rhea Ripley's one of the top women competitors, and I think having Liv Morgan there too kind of builds Liv Morgan up. So
okay,
they need to win the titles.
Go ahead, Chrissy. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Liv and Rhea need to win the tag team titles tomorrow on Raw. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I really hope they do. I really hope they do win it. I thought it was a pretty good match myself. It would, I think, kind of be weird, and I know it's probably happened before, have a tag team and then split up before they even had the titles.
Right.
It wouldn't shock me, but anyway, so let's get back to the opening since I got the right results now. It actually opened up with RK Bro showing up. Ooh. And, talking about how, this is their show, So, and then Usos came out, I do believe. Yeah, and it was like a little comedy act. I think they were making jokes about each other. Riddle's running around like he's like that little kid in the background,
It's like he's hyper or something.
Yeah. He's like that.
Too much shaky.
Too much shaky.
Too much shaky.
Yeah, but Riddle just he kind of reminds me of growing up, you always had those kids like try to outdo one another. And like that kid in the background, like, oh, he got him. Oh, that was cool. That's kind of what that kind of what Riddle's getting at here. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then after that match, they had a Happy Corbin segment, talking about what he did, and so, and then Drew Gallagher is a interviewer now. Gulak,
yeah.
Kind of a little change of scenery for him. I don't know if he's nursing an injury or something, or just giving up wrestling, but that was kind of weird to see.
He's auditioning, apparently.
He's auditioning. Okay.
What for?
The sideline, whatever.
Reporter, the interviewer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move into the next match there, Chris.
So you kind of mentioned it a few minutes ago about Happy Corbin, but this time it's going to be Madcap Moss versus Humberto. One-on-one match. Madcap Moss is wanting to prove that he can be on his own, basically. And he's not going to fail. Basically, he didn't fail.
No.
Yeah. So obviously we're leading up to a Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin fight match, probably Backlash. So Chrissy, what did you think of this match?
Not a bad match, but Madcap Moss he's pretty good. And without Corbin hanging around him, I think he has a chance to really do better. So we'll see where it goes.
Chris, how about you? What did you got taken from this match?
Yeah, so Madcap was really good. I don't think he really needed Happy Corbin. I mean, it was good for a little bit, but I think the timing of the split kind of worked out, really, because of Drew McIntyre. But it's going to be interesting how this goes leading up to Backlash.
Yeah, neither. It worked. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss together. Personally, I don't think neither one needs each other. I think they're both better off singles. It might have helped Madcap a little bit to get recognized. To me, they're wasting Corbin. I think he needs to go back to his lone wolf gimmick, this Happy Corbin BS.
Just annoying.
Madcap, yeah. Madcap, I mean, it looks like they're going to give him a little push. Maybe put him into the Intercontinental title picture. Yeah, that's over at SmackDown. I'm just trying to think what was over there for a second.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Corbin, yeah. Corbin, hopefully, they figure something else. I could see him being a main eventer, someday. Same with Madcap. But the match overall was a good match. Didn't surprise me who was going to win. So it looks like they are pushing him a little bit. All right, Chris, what do we got next here?
We got McIntyre versus Sami Zayn, who lost. Sami Zayn lost by countout yet again. Drew McIntyre won, and next week's match is going to be interesting between these two.
All right, so Chris, why don't you talk about the match and the match next week?
Yeah. So pretty much the previous week, Sami Zayn tried to run from his problems, and that he started. Basically, he wanted this matchup, and he's like, "No, I'm not facing Drew McIntyre." So 2 weeks in a row, it was a count out. So Adam Pearce is like, "No, you're going to settle your differences, and it's going to be a lumberjack match."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Chrissy, what did you think of this match and the match next week?
Match this week, just seeing Sammy run, I'm like, I'm over that. Let's just hope this gets settled in that lumberjack match next week, because I just want it over and done with. It's like each of them needs to move on.
Don't run from your problems.
Definitely don't run from your problems.
Yeah.
Especially if you ended up in a mousetrap at WrestleMania.
Yeah, word from C2C, don't run from your problems.
Exactly.
Viper.
Oh my God.
So anyway, to this match, yeah, Sami Zayn, I don't know what they're doing with Drew McIntyre. I mean, half a year ago, he's in the title picture. Now he's messing around with Madcap and Happy Corbin, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
when are we going to get to see him go up against Roman? Because I'm thinking if they have Cody go up against Roman, he'll go for the WWE title. If they have Drew go up against Roman, it could be for the Universal title.
Well, but again, are they going to do that before they unify the titles, or are they just going to keep the titles separate?
Know.
I mean, to me, if you're going to unify the titles, you're going to have a brand new title here shortly.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I think they're wasting Drew. Sammy, he's just kind of turned into a gimmick right now. Putting people over that already are over. I mean, outside Johnny Knoxville, which,
right,
still was a pretty decent match. So, but next week we got the lumberjack match. So that'll be interesting. Honestly, it would not surprise me if we see Knoxville and his boys show up just to be lumberjacks and really put them.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to happen.
I wonder if they're going to come armed with weapons or something.
Johnny Knoxville did tell WWE, if you need me again, call me.
Yeah.
No, WWE, you need me, call me. I'll hold the camera
There
for
you
you. I'll put up a ring.
Yeah.
I
I'll disguise myself as a camera and then smack him a good one.
yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
funny.
All right,
Yeah.
Chris, let's roll on to the next match.
Yeah. So this match is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship between Ricochet and Jinder Mahal. Ricochet keeps his title.
Chrissy, what did you think of this match?
Well, I hate the fact that Ricochet had to go up against Jinder Mahal, but I'm glad he retained that title. I mean, that guy deserves a long title reign as the IC champ.
Okay.
Just
Chris, how
didn't
about
like the
you?
fact he went up against Jinder.
Yeah. Chris, how about you?
No, this match was good. I'm glad Ricochet still retained the title. I mean, maybe one day he'll go after the big title,
I hope
whichever that would be.
Right. He's just so good, so talented.
Yeah. And I think right now the Intercontinental title is a good starting point, and I hope he keeps it for at least a while until Rick Boots comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricochet, Jinder Mahal, Ricochet, what can we say about him that we haven't said? I mean, the kid can fly. Barring any big injury, this kid's going to be around forever. I mean, Ginger, on the other hand, another guy who I don't know what they're doing with. I mean, what was it? Not just 2 years ago he was heavyweight champ, or 3 years ago he was
around 3 or so years ago. Yeah.
And then he goes away, comes back with Shanky and
Veer. Veer was one of them.
Split Veer off and thought maybe they're going to do a title run or tag title run with these two, but I don't know.
I don't know what the heck they're doing, to be honest. It's just confusing.
Yeah. All right. So then we had another episode or promo with Lacey Evans. So sounds like she's due to come back soon, hopefully.
Yep.
So, all right, Chris, what's the next match?
Yeah.
And I believe it's the main event.
It is the main event between Riddle and Jimmy Uso. Riddle won. Kind of shocked the Usos.
Yeah, I honestly, I ain't gonna lie, didn't see this match. I was off busy working, but glad to see Riddle won. Definitely see what they do with this title match coming up. So, Chrissy, what did you think of the match?
Pretty good match. I'm just glad Riddle won. I'm not an Uso fan, so but I'm just glad Riddle won, and definitely makes things interesting for when these two teams team up for this, go up against each other for this unification match.
Acknowledge the bloodline.
No.
All right, Chris. What you think of that?
No, it was a good match. I mean, either team or either one could have won. As far as what they're gonna do with the title or what's gonna happen,
yeah,
I have this feeling the bloodline's gonna take the tag titles, both of them, just to build up Roman Reigns just a little bit more.
Like he needs any more building up than what he's gotten so far. I think
agree.
He's built so far up. The only way for him to go now is down.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna turn on him. I'm just kidding.
So let's start talking about Roman Reigns. I know we pretty much bring him up every week. He's got both belts. I mean, right now, who's in line to his next opponent? I mean, I know they toyed with Nakamura a couple weeks ago, which I really hope that doesn't happen.
I think that's going to be this for Backlash. It's not confirmed, but I'm thinking it's for Backlash.
Okay. But who right now? I mean, who would we feel comfortable them putting the title on to take it off of Roman? Chrissy, who right now you'd be like, yep, that's the guy to take it off of him?
I'm gonna go Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking Cody Rhodes or Omos.
Omos.
it's tough because
if you're going on SmackDown.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I'd go throw out anybody. I mean,
anybody. SmackDown. Let's put them all out there.
Yeah, to me right now, I mean, yeah, Cody's got to be the front runner, but I just can't see them giving him that big spotlight yet. 2 matches into, or 1 match into his, well, 2, I guess you call it WrestleMania, 2 matches into his return. So, I mean, Omos would be a good fit, but I mean, realistically, I don't see them taking the title off him anytime soon because there's nobody. I mean, Bobby Lashley and Omos, maybe the winner gets a title shot.
Right.
Drew McIntyre stuff, Seth Rollins. I mean, there is guys there, but they're not building them up. Nobody building up to be that guy. I mean,
the only one that could be is Omos.
Yeah, but now you're taking a heel in Omos and a semi-heel in Roman and going to put them together because, I mean, right now, I don't know, Chris, you might be a little bit too young still. I know you probably saw documentaries, but Chrissy, you're right there.
Mm-hmm.
When the NWO came around, they hated, because Hogan, big face turns. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden they started getting all the space, all the cheers and stuff. And that's what the bloodline is. They're trying to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But now they're getting cheered. Everybody's like, when Roman says acknowledge me, everybody says acknowledge me,
Uh-huh.
So it's one of those where, to me, the bloodline's like the new version of the NWO.
That's kind of what I was about to say. It sounds like this is the bloodline or NWO like in a sense.
Yeah. The one thing that they're doing right is they're not letting everybody join. Because there's been rumors out there that Naomi was going to join.
Yeah. She's married to Jimmy Uso, so that one would have made a lot.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And then
well, I mean, you
I heard. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say you could add 2 members. You got Naomi. I can't think of his name, but he's in NXT.
Oh,
the younger brother or
younger brother.
Cousin. Yeah.
Sequoia, I think is his right name now.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You
could add those 2. You could add.
You still got Tamina with a little bit of
the
background. And did Tamina come in with the Usos back in the day?
I don't know.
I think so. I saw a clip on YouTube.
But anyways, I mean,
Russian era. But I think
if they're trying to do an NWO style, I mean, they're doing it right because they're not adding everybody in there. But now they go from being the biggest heels to the face. Everybody's cheering them, so it's like, okay, so we're not supposed to hate these guys, like them. I mean, I'm not a big Roman Reigns fan, but I think this character that he's doing is phenomenal.
Just him having, all the titles and everything. It's just getting really old.
It is.
That's what's kind of powering me on the character he's doing now.
Yeah. I mean, there was a picture, and I meant to put it on here so we could show it. But I saw a picture of somebody did a great Photoshop, and it was the Usos and Roman Reigns holding every single WWE title, current title. Roman had both of the women's titles. Usos had the women's tag titles, NXT tag titles. Oh yeah, they had them all. It was great.
That'd be hilarious.
Chris, I mean, you make a great point. The cousin, the little brother that's not in NXT. I mean, they could get him the title and then kind of bring him up. And okay, now you got the NXT heavyweight title. You got I mean, So there's plenty of ways to go with it. I mean, I really hope they don't go that way where one trio or stable holding everything.
Yeah.
But
it'd be funny too if you have the Usos win the tag titles and then Roman goes to NXT and it's like, all right, I did my part over there.
Braun acknowledge me.
I tell you what, if Roman went to NXT and took that title, then there's a lot we don't know. WWE is smoking a lot of Shanky if they're doing that.
Title before. I don't think he ever did.
No, I don't
No.
think he ever did.
No. That's probably one title he could go after if he really wanted to.
I mean, Dolph
But
Ziggler
you
did.
can't. I don't think you could do. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you could do that in this time frame.
Probably not.
He's the hottest guy right now, and then you take him down to NXT. Of course, that would be like the Yankees or the Red Sox going to play in the AAA ball club. They're expected to win. I mean,
yeah, but just think about this too. With the
what's that?
I was going to say, just think with the amount of attention Roman has on WWE, you take him over to NXT for a week or two, it'll boost ratings.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's something they could have. They could have done that with like Ziggler when he took the title, and then
I think that's kind of what they're doing.
Nope, I got the title, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they say. But I mean, I think we're kind of all kind of in agreement that maybe Cody's the next guy, but yet again, they really haven't built anybody up besides Cody in the 2 times he's been on TV. Lashley supposedly still hurt, but he's going to fight Omos. You don't know what they're doing with Drew. Don't know what they're doing with Seth. I mean,
AJ.
I mean, maybe that's where Adam's at right now, getting a workout with the Performance Center. He's going to come in and take the title. I mean, AJ, Chris, you nailed it right there. AJ, what do they do with AJ? I mean, he's toying around with Edge and that faction there, and I don't know. I mean, and then there's rumors that Edge wants one last title run, that title that he never lost.
Yep.
Which title was that?
When he retired 9 years ago, he had a
heavyweight title.
I think it was a heavyweight title before they went to this, but
before the neck surgery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
that's right.
But with that being said, guys, this the recap of Raw and SmackDown. Chrissy, why don't you give us a few seconds wrap up here?
Just no, thanks for letting me come on and everything like that. It's always just a lot of fun just to go and just talk wrestling. So thank you.
And then Chris, why don't you let our fans know about the big news that we got with our buddy Garrison?
Oh yeah. So I believe it's at 7 p.m. Central, right? The time slot, I think it is.
You could be right.
Somewhere around there, 7 p.m. Central. We are going to be streaming Ohio Valley Wrestling OVW. So check out that and all of our great content. We're growing the network. Great things coming to the network. Not sure what's in store except for that and a couple other things, but we're growing.
Yes, we are. And again, OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. Big shout out to Garrison Creek for hooking us up with that verbal contract, I guess, to stream their shows on the network. So we'll get to see some local talent from Ohio and all around the world, and we pretty much appreciate that. But with that being said, that's Chrissy, Syrup, Crispy Bacon, myself, Big B. We want to thank you again for joining us for Between the Ropes, and we'll catch you all next Sunday. Hopefully the whole crew's back intact. So have a good week, guys.